Well, I travel around and I overhear conversations all the time from people saying, I've got my beeper, I've got my cell phone, I've got my beeper, I've got my cell phone, I can't get away from work at all. Even commuting or at home, people are on this kind of electronic leash with all of these new devices. They're less and less separate from work and technology.
1%.
How we support Bluetooth, how we support 3G.
1%.
How we support Bluetooth, how we support 3G.
1%.
It will be possible to stay at home and do your job and just video conference with your fellow workers.
1%.
The computer, I think, is going to be the very best tool for letting people socialize with each other.
1%.
This is certainly a tool that can bring people together
1%.
more than
1%.
than isolate them.
I think modern technology favors distancing over closeness, efficiency over playfulness, distancing over closeness, efficiency over playfulness.
Significant figure, you have to say, and it really plays a big impact on the stock market. You have to say $10 on a barrel of oil wipes off 1% of global GDP, off 1% of global GDP, off 1% of global GDP.
Distancing over closeness, efficiency over playfulness, distancing over closeness, efficiency over playfulness, variety, 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 variety. I'd like to see a gigantic project of dismantling, of just getting rid of all this stuff, of tearing up the freeways and the roads, and just getting rid of all this stuff that rests on the destruction of nature, that separates us from the natural world, that has people on this treadmill to constantly work and constantly consume. It's madness. It's destroying everything, and it just has to go.
The average North American consumes 5 times more than a Mexican, 10 times more than a Chinese person, and 30 times more than a person from India.
And yet we are consuming 80% of the world's resources. level of consumption is simply not sustainable. If we continue to consume at this current rate, then eventually I think we're going to hit the wall. If we are so stupid that we don't listen to the early warning signals that the planet is sending us. But it's going to be a terrible time in history that may take hundreds of years before the planet heals again.
Developers, 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 developers. Yes.
There'll be a global economic collapse. There'll be a global economic collapse.
0. Ignition. Liftoff. Liftoff. 30 minutes after the hour.
¿Qué clase de basura? Es repugnante el comportamiento de muchos gobernantes al ver derrumbarse como castillos de naipes sus modelos económicos. Cuba no promueven el consumismo. ¡Viva el socialismo! ¡Patria o muerte!